Hey everyone, and welcome to my look at World of Tanks 8.10 patch, taking a look at the Tier 10, the third Tier 10 Soviet medium tank, the Object 430. It is a very different looking futuristic tank. It's kind of based on the T-80, or the T-80 design is actually based on the Object 430, at least down the road it will end up being. But in the meantime, it is an interesting little tank that has some really interesting features to it. For one, I do have all the stats up for a good comparison of the two mediums that are already in the game, and then the Object 430 stats over here. So if you need to go ahead and pause and take a look at those, but I'll quickly run them down in terms of a comparison. For one, at the hit point pool, the 62A does have a slight advantage at an extra 50 hit points. So that's about, 1,900 hit points for everybody, with the 1,950 for the 62A. Weight-wise, they're all within about a ton of each other, the Object 430 being the lightest of them. Now, for the engine, they're all operating on the exact same engine, so because that the 430 weighs less, it should have a little bit more torque to it, but that also will come into effect when you look at the speed limits. We see that the Object 430 and the Object 140 both share the 55 speed limit, whereas the 62A has a 50 km/h speed limit. Now, the turret traverse speed is greatly hampered on the Object 430 compared to the other two, but it's only in terms of 2 to 4 degrees. So maybe that little circle strafing might be a little bit harder to do, but it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, you think that an extra 2 degrees a minute, it could make a difference, but it depends on how you play. You just have to make a little bit more adjustments in terms of your cutting in with the actual body of the tank to make up for it in order to negate that if you're doing a circle strafing or you're trying to rotate your turret to turn to target something. Now, here's the big thing. The hull and turret armor are significantly different from the Object 430 to the other two. They are near identical on the other two, with, of course, the different roundings of the turrets coming into effect. But the 430 has an additional 8 turret armor, which you may not think is much, but if you look at the way the turret armor is shaped on the 430, it actually becomes nigh impenetrable. I do not believe you can actually penetrate the turret with a dead-on hit. You'd have to skip up into one of the commander's cupolas, or you might get lucky and actually hit it here to penetrate. But otherwise, a round to the turret will not penetrate this tank, as far as I'm aware. I could be incorrect on that stat, but it looks as though that's a correct assumption based upon its shape and the armor feature of it. And of course, early reports that I've read. Now, the whole armor, it's about the same everywhere, being about 100 give or take for everybody, except the whole armor on the 430 has an additional 20 hull armor, in addition to its little slant shape there, where they might have trouble going in through the front because it'll skip right off the edges unless they hit it either directly in a headlight, which shouldn't count because that's spaced armor, or if they hit the little hatches right there, or the viewports for the driver. So getting hit directly from the front is going to actually be a problem for other tanks to go through. You should have a little bit of a benefit there. Now, the gunning is all the same across all three tanks. We've known to come and love the 100mm U8TS, so that has no change. The rate of fire, though, on the 430 is slightly slower than the other two that are currently in the game, suffering about, what is it? You're looking at relatively half a round a minute, give or take, maybe closer to about a third of a round a minute less. Now, that may make a little bit of a difference, but in terms of your damage output per minute will suffer over time. You're looking at possibly a reduction of about a shell per minute if you really were to scale it out, if you're counting the damage per shot, etc., etc. That's a whole lot of math that I'm not involved in. Anyway, I'm sorry, I had nominated the traverse speed as turret traverse speed, so that was an incorrect stat. The actual tank traverse speed is slower on the 430, so its circle strafe ability is slightly cut down because it is not as fast. The turret traverse speed, on the other hand, is significantly faster on the 62A compared to the 140, which is similar to the 430. So if you're used to the 140's turret traverse, then you should be alright with the 430. So the 62A definitely has the mobility on the other two, especially on the 430, but if you're used to the 140, you shouldn't be too bad off with the 430. Nothing else stands out beyond that. They all share about the exact same radio range and view range, with the 62A being a little bit better. But that about covers it in terms of just the soft stats, and looking at it that way, let's actually get into a battle and find out what we think of it that way. Alright, so into the battle we go. We're doing encounter. Yeah, so with full 100% crew, with the rammer, Vince, and Brothers in Arms, we're looking at a 5.75 reload time. So that is actually really freaking fast. That's not bad at all. It's, even though it is slightly slower than the 62A, that is not bad at all. I think the 62A might bring me down to about, what, 5.6? 5.5 maybe? So slightly faster. So we're basically trading a little bit of mobility and a little bit of reload time for a little bit more armor and a little bit nicer of a turret. Now this thing does not have the gun depression that the what do you want to call it, the 140 has at all. So you're looking at a very flat angled tank. See, that's the best gun depression you can get. So it's maybe what, maybe 2 degrees, maybe 4. Nowhere near the 140's ability to do, what was it, 5 or 6. It's right on par with probably the 62A, but again, you're presenting a different armor profile is what you're going for. You're going to present like a full-on armor approach so that they will hopefully deflect off you or skirt off the armor somehow, some way. That's the ultimate goal there, not anything else really. Oh gosh. Alright, so I definitely took a bunch of hits there. Probably not going to be able to defend much more. So I am bouncing off the turret there. Not really able to do too much more. That hurt a lot. Oh. Okay, so we're still up. Alright, so no. That did not go well at all. Alright. Well, we'll just keep hopping battle to battle. Hopefully we'll find one where we can actually perform well. It seems like, yeah, I was bouncing a heck of a lot, though, so that was a telling factor. Okay, well, yeah. We'll join us in another battle here momentarily. Alright, so I actually looked it up, and it looks like the, what is it, the reload speed without the Vincent rammer, but with 100% crew with Brothers in Arms, was 6.5 seconds, give or take. So you're looking at a slightly different little setting there in terms of almost a, what, little over a half-second reload addition there, or subtraction when you add in those 2 gears. So man, you're looking at a pretty fast-firing tank here. Also, as you noticed, I was running on a lower graphics setting. I actually decided to crank it up a little bit, pushing the extremes of which I can do, because it's sitting at about 15 frames a second, as you can see here. But I'm including motion blur, and also you'll notice that the zooming in and zooming out is a lot smoother with the mouse wheel. So that's kind of really interesting how that works. And again, the motion blur is a nice little effect they added in as well. So you guys hopefully can get used to that. Looks like I'm watching a movie now. So they're really improving upon the graphics engine. I'm really liking that. Just having to get used to the whole motion blur aspect of the game and everything else. So railed that guy real quick. Oh, I'm still covered. Okay, good. I didn't know if I was spotted or not. Looks like we have some nice juicy targets to shoot at, but no ability to hit him. Alright, so let's play it safe. Still nobody's spotted me, I believe. So we're good where we're at. Yeah, I'm really digging the motion blur. I don't know how well that I'm going to be able to run it just base, but it's not too shabby. Alright, so we are still... Oh, now we're spotted. Alright, now we need to bail, because stuff is blowing up all around us. So now we're going to be engaging these medium tanks from a from a actual fighting position. We're going to have to see what we can do this way, and we're kind of exposing ourselves there to targets. But yeah, so I mean, overall, if I get hit in the turret, this thing should, in theory, bounce. We've seen that already. So I've done a lot of bouncing. Let's see how much I can do damage-wise without taking much in the way of hits. I don't know where these tanks ran off to. I did lose my 1 concealment, which does make a difference. Don't want to hang out here too long, as I'm knocking stuff over all around me. Alright, come on. Where, oh, where is everybody at? We seem to... I need some assistance before I can run out here. Yeah, I know that you're all alone over there. Not exactly in the position to help. Alright, so we have a 62A over here. Looks like he's behind that building. I can't hit him. Oh, no, it's an STB, rather. Alright, if he comes back up, he'll be up there. If he goes back down, like, right like that. Perfect. Okay. So now let's get out of here. Ooh, I just got hit by my own teammate. That's never good. Alright, well, let's worry about engaging the 62A, shall we? The theory is I should be able to deflect some of his shots. There we go. Alright. Oh, come on. There we go. Got him. Alright, now I need to dodge the 183. Need to dodge the other tanks. All while still engaging this stuff over here. I have no shot at that guy. Let's see if we can't back up. Oh, dodging that shell. Come on, little tank. You can do it. You're a little tank of awesomeness and whatnot. Let's see if I can't hit him. Nope, wasn't there. Alright, so yeah, that motion blur is sweet. It feels like I'm in a movie. But yeah, so I hope you guys can all run this motion blur. I know I'm actually pushing it. I might have to crank on my overclocking abilities to do so, because it does not seem too pleased with how the motion blur works, and it's... Oh god. Let's get out of here. Come on, run. Run, 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 run. Alright. So we got a nice big fortified grouping right here. I'm tempted to go after... Ooh, there's a bunch of tanks in there that I'm not going to be able to fight. I used to be able to fight in there, but not anymore now that I know that there's a WT and a 268 over there. But let's see if we can help this side a little bit. Oh, let's not run in front of him. Okay, so yeah, the motion blur is just badass, I'm not going to lie. This is insane and beautiful and hilarious all at the same time. Awesome, so it looks like we cleared out that side. I can probably get in here to help. Again, I'm going to be fighting off this Waffentrager, which is not going to be fun. But we'll be ready for him, I suppose, the best that we can be ready for him. Alright, Waffentrager. It's going to take me 3 shots to kill him by the looks of this. If I can get a little help from artillery, I'll be golden. Oh, beautiful! Artillery did that. I can run in here, no problems. Alright, let's be ready to take on... I think there was a 268 in here? Oh, no, just an E100. No dice. Oh, hi, Fosh. Not good. Not good, not good, not good. Oh! Thank you. Running. Beautiful save by my team. Oh god, there goes my cover. Time to run. So, I need to get out of here quick as I can. Go, 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 go. Get behind stuff. Man, oh man, I'll tell you what. I am doing nothing but being saved by my teammates at the moment. But yeah, I'm just kind of enjoying this tank. I mean, how would I rate this tank? I'd rate it fantastic. I'd rate it on par with all the other Tier 10 Soviet... Oh god, that guy just got crushed. Didn't even load in time. I'd rate it on par with all the other Soviets. I mean, I'd still like the rate of fire I see out of my 62A instead, but I'm certainly not going to be opposed to anything else. Damn. Oh god, I'm spotted. Not good. Let's hide. Because that Conqueror gun carriage can wreck my face. If I see him. But he doesn't see me. Alright, so let's go hunting, shall we? Oh, there's the Conqueror gun carriage. Do I gotta shoot through a tank to get him? Yes, I do. Okay, so let's hop up and over this thing. See if I can't... Oh god, he just got crushed. He got Waffentragered. Alright, what about this Waffentrager? He's dead as well. Not too shabby. Alright, so that was... Man, this motion blur is awesome. So that was a beautiful looking game, and showing off the little abilities there. Didn't really block a whole heck of a lot. Let's see if I was able to deflect anything. Did I place anywhere? Oh, look at that. Top for my tank. And then not too bad for that. Now, deflected hits. Hits received 2, penetrations 2. Okay, so it didn't bounce anything, which is never good. But I also took, I think it was some artillery splash damage hit me. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out another battle here with this tank and see what else we can do with it. Time to duel it out in close combat in a city fight. Oh yeah! So, we're gonna see if I can actually hang tight with the rest of the group that comes up here. I'll have to see what all comes up here to help me. Oh god, too many things or not. This might not go so well. But we're gonna be looking at a bunch of, what looks like STBs poking up over the rise. Looks like I'm going to be fighting a bunch of different little things here and there. I might not have the support I was hoping for, actually. This might not go so well. Oh my, graphical issues. So, I actually kicked in the, oh gosh. So it looks like the, still needs a little bit of work because I'm getting a little bit of graphical issues there. But, needless to say, I'm actually not doing too bad. I kicked in my, my overdrive. And my overdrive seems to help a little bit more than what it was at before. Now, it's not exactly optimal, but it'll certainly do in a pinch. Alright, now we just need to avoid getting railed by this GW. And hopefully we can get one more shot off at him. There we go. Alright, now we need to back out of here and run. Because I can't take all that stuff. Man, this tank can actually reverse pretty quickly. Alright, there's a lot of stuff up here that we're not able to really take on. Seems as though we're going to have the issue of not enough support up here, which is not too big of a deal yet. Can be, but hopefully not too much. Alright, I do have a 5-second window. Let's take the shot. Got him. Alright, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. It was kind of important to take down that one target. That I think was the important part there. As soon as we did that, now we're in a better seating. Now we can help out a lot. If the rest of our tanks can kill this guy. There we go, now we're starting to wreck him. Alright, now he's in trouble. Beautiful, okay. See, that was my my first concern. Now we got it. Willing to sacrifice ourselves, and it worked out, actually. Man, we're getting some good, lovely hits here. Gotta worry about this IS, but then after that, we'll be pretty much good to go. Can't really penetrate an IS-7 that easily. Uh-oh. Need to pull back. Need to wait for my 50B to reload. In the meantime, we do have our E50M, which should hopefully help. Man, I can't really take too many hits from the IS, though. I need that guy to hurry up and load. Kinda doing what I can. Alright, so there's the IS. He'll have to come around here, which he just fired for no reason. Alright, I still got a few seconds here. Alright, no damage. Just bought myself some time, I suppose. But the AMX time is, I think, the important part there. I can't take the hit. You're gonna have to, buddy. Wait, did they change up the way that that tank looks? Maybe? I don't know. Alright, if you wanna take the hit, man, I'll go with you. But I can't go by myself. Actually, what we need is that M to duel it out and get behind. Come on. There we go. Fire at him. Nope, I can't pin him from that angle. So I need to be very cognizant of my firing and where I'm firing at. Nope. Man, okay, so I'm still having trouble going through the IS. There we go, I can go right through that little hatch, or not the hatch, but the light bulb right there. That was the way to do it. But anyway, so I've always had problems going through IS-7s. But again, this is the exact same gun as the 62A and the... Oh, speaking of a 62A, the exact same gun as a 62A and also a 140, so it should be of no difference to me in terms of what you're used to. I guess I'll sit here and polish this guy up, except if he decides to ram him like that. But I'll just keep firing at him until one of us kills him. There we go. I mean, that was an easy, no-brainer kill, but still, the point of it was there in the fact that I didn't want to die. But yeah, so, oh, this thing can do some serious sliding around corners. But yeah, the motion blur is just boss. Look at it do that. That is just insane that they added motion blur. It really does make this look so much more cinematic. Oh man, I'm actually loving the way that the graphics work. Now if I can only actually manage to keep it stable while I'm doing it, now that'll be a feat in and of itself. Might actually need to think about upgrading at some point in time if that ends up happening. But anyway, so more about the tank. The tank itself, like I said, it operates almost identical to the 62A and the 140 in my opinion. Yeah, there are some differences. Yeah, there are, you know, like I said, the reload is faster on the 62A, so that can be of some benefit. the armor is different on this tank, so a shot to the turret is obviously going to be a lot easier to bounce than anything else. Let's see where I was hit. So primarily there under the bottom side of the tank, and then what looks like, make sure he's not looking at me, okay. And then I was hit actually in the turret right underneath the gun. So I'd imagine that might, I'm like pointing at my tank. Alright, nope, can't do that. Yeah, so it looks like right here you might be able to be penetrated, but anywhere up in the top half of the turret, they might have issues. So, just food for thought there, going back to my idea that the turret should be nigh impenetrable, but hey. Oh wow, what all did I complete? I got Sniper, Master Gunner, gotcha. Okay, cool. And I got rewarded repair kits and whatnot else. Alright, so we'll wrap it up with one more good battle there, and we'll close it out, give my final thoughts on the tank, and move on. Alright, so we're back in Hidden Village. I think this time I might actually check out the Hidden Village. I remember in my last episode I kind of went in the hills over yonder, played around in there, but I think it's time to check out the village side of the world, and all the mystical stuff that's in there, especially since it is hidden after all. But there's also a ton of cover. I can actually use my APCR rounds to shoot through it all, and we can just generally, you know, mess around and have a good time and try and utilize our turret here a little bit more. I haven't really been able to show off too much of the tank. I've been pinned by almost everything I get hit by, but gold rounds are gold rounds, what can you do? But anywho, so enough about that. Let's get set up and into a position where we're nice and safe, wait for our teammates to catch up and or start finding things. Man, you can still see, yep, if you get the wrong angle for stuff, it is not exactly nice happy shaders. So nice little bugs there. I think that has something to do with the motion blur, because when I was running it on low, wasn't seeing that many problems. It still was working pretty well. But then again, who knows. Anyway, let's see if we can't target one of these nice lovely tanks as the STB is backing up into a building. Sounds like a brilliant idea. Alright, where's that 140? Nowhere to be found. I'm not exactly sure what this guy's doing. I think we control the town. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and get my opinion of the tank now. I really enjoy it. I have my 62A already unlocked. I have my 140 about 90% done, if not even more than that. I'll probably have it real soon, just another couple games. And then that leaves me to start working down this path. While a lot of people have actually progressed up the new tank path, this gives them a reason to go it. Because typically it just led to the T-54, and then that was it. Now it branches into its own 432, so not 432, but 430, and then, you know, the Roman numerals 2 after that. So that's a little interesting bit of information for you, that's how that's working. That is going to be pretty much it's a rear turreted tank. And again, it's a nice tank to work from, since we originally had something completely different beforehand. We didn't have anything similar. We had all different types of mediums that we were used to. So now we're actually operating with a new tier 10 coming off those rear turreted mediums that were new to the Soviet line. So it's definitely worth checking them out if you haven't already. I certainly now am actually kind of forcing myself to. I know in the past I was just looking at them and being like, hey, I will get to these eventually, but now I have a purpose and reason to, because now it does lead to something instead of just the T-54, which I already have pretty much 100%ed. So now that that's available to us, we definitely have a reason to check it out. And again, if you like Soviet mediums, this should fall right in and be just another third into your branch of them. I don't really see anything in particular that says that that really stands out compared to any of the others. They really seem very identical in their performance. I mean, maybe if you're a power gamer, you'll notice like slight minutia that's different, but overall, I can say that there's really not too much difference that you'll notice. Yeah, the rate of fire is a little bit different. That's pretty much the most noticeable thing. Anything else like deflections and whatnot, those are just random when they happen. Speed-wise, yeah, it's hit or miss in terms of if you'll notice the speed or not. Oh, that's a shame. But, so yeah, I mean, I'm happy in the fact that I finally have another medium to work towards. I really do love the Soviet mediums as they sit now. So, we'll definitely be working towards it. We'll be enjoying them, and we'll having fun with them. But it's not going to be a priority. Still the other one. What is it? The 62A, amongst others, are my priority. We're going to work towards those first. Well, my 62A I already have, but the, what do you want to call it? The 140 is the other priority. We'll work on that guy. And once we get him, we will, be in trouble. Nice! Saved by the E100! Yeah! Alright, so anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed it. A rating would be appreciated. If you enjoy my content, just please go ahead and subscribe. And as a final closing thought, the Object 430, another great Soviet medium. If I were to have to choose one of them, I guess I'd say maybe the 62A, because that's just my personal preference. But, I mean, in all honesty, you can blindly pick any of the three and be happy with them. They all operate very similarly. Again, the only difference is going to be your reload rate in the 62A compared to the others. It's going to be slightly faster, but otherwise, they're all three phenomenal, with the 430 definitely standing out as yet another great addition. Anyway, guys, thanks once again, and I'll catch you in another video.